Namaste. So, the question is how to deal with nasty people, or when people are nasty, or they are angry, or they are in a state of extreme irritability, which may come from whatever reasons. They could be drunk, they could just be habitually like that. Now, there are some people who start taking it upon themselves that they have to pluck every thorn on the path. So, what happens when you do that? You bleed and you don't reach your goal. That's one thing. Unless it's a job given to you to pluck thorns on the path, then it's okay. But generally, what you should do is learn to have nice shoes with very good cushion and walk on the throne, on the thorns, surrounded by her peace and light and grace. This is the way, because otherwise, what they do is they achieve a very strange purpose. You may think that by holding a nasty man, we all go through these things. Sometimes you also get into a physical fight and you feel very good, you have done that. But what you have done eventually, you have delayed your own journey, which was his purpose. His purpose was to trouble you. And several times I have recounted this story about an alcoholic who would come inside the dispensary, and one day I just shouted at him and told him, get out of this place. And he was not only an alcoholic, but with all his very intelligent man. So he questioned me that, why is this yours? So I said, no, it's not mine, it's neither yours. He said, so? I said, see, for the moment, I have been given the work of looking after this place. So he said, you are being judgmental. I said, no, I am not being judgmental, because you are free to drink liquor outside, you are free to abuse anybody outside, because he had used an abusive word towards somebody. So finally he went out. He threatened also. These kind of situations you will encounter. Literally threatened that I am from Haryana and I can put a dagger. Never get afraid, but one thing you must be very clear, never allow the vibration of fear. So I had to tell him, well, you are from some place, I am also trained in military, so don't try these things, go away. Finally, but he was a drunk fellow, so drunk people are out of reason. So literally he had to be dragged out. After that, what happened? Wherever he would see me, and he would hang all around the ashram here, there, he would suddenly come. I used to use the cycle, stop my cycle. I'll not let you go, this, that. No, you can't keep on engaging in this kind of a fight which is meaningless. Came from a good family and is, very nice lady to whom he was married, unfortunate. So, now that's a long story how the drama unfolded. It was an eye-opener for me. Once he had a hemorrhage, he fell down, and then his wife brought and saw that I am on duty. She knew the whole thing. I know the whole family very nicely. So she said, will you see him? I said, of course, he's a patient. Don't worry. So saw him, went. And then finally, to cut a long story short, once even in all of harmony, when the talk used to go on, one day he climbed up the stair, peeped inside, took a look at me. I took a look and then ignored him and continued. He went away, once only. Then, of course, to cut a long story short, one day sitting inside the Samadhi, I saw him come there and sit. Now that was, to me, it was my heart changer. It's okay. Mother's child, he is coming here and bowing down, that's enough. So then one day he comes and tells me, now I am friends with you. I said, I am also friends with you. So he was surprised, what happened? I said, see, I have seen that you have love for the mother. So he said something which was literally mind-blowing. He said, who else is there to love? Now, I knew this man to be what would normally be called as a man of very loose morals. very loose because of certain things, you get to know it's small. And I realized that, look, human beings, there is a surface personality. Deep within, there is something else. We should focus on that. So then, of course, everything was. But the drama that he used to stop, and it continued for months. It was not one day, 2 day. So, generally, when you walk the path, you will meet people of all kinds. Don't start engaging with everybody and everyone. You are getting dragged into that quagmire. That is their purpose. You are here to fight the much larger enemy or the root of all enemies, which is the ego. You can't fight it in somebody else, you can fight in yourself. There's a very nice line by Bulle Shah. Etho ladiya, otho ladiya, apni nafas te ladiya ne. You were fighting with this person, you were fighting with that person. You didn't fight with your own ego. So we are engaged in a much more serious fight. When imagine in a war situation, commandos are going for a special operation and they are short of time, they have to engage, and suddenly on the roadside somebody starts accusing and abusing. Do you think he will stop and go and give him nice slaps? He won't do that. He's on a much more serious, he'll probably just smile. So that way in life, there is a very nice thing. Be like a river. Flow. Know your origin. Know your goal. When you know your origin, it gives you tremendous strength. When you know the goal, you compress time. You go through every obstacle. Why? Because when an obstacle comes, what does the river do? You see Shipra river, how it moves around. You have a mountain, it will circuit around. You have stones, it will just walk over it. It just blow itself over it. Why? Because the intensity of reaching the goal is what engages it. So this should be unnecessary, we get into all kinds of... But at the same time, if you are called upon, if there is really a desperate situation, and you are called upon where you have no choice, don't engage with anybody and everybody saying here, there, then when you fight with knowing that origin is Har Har Mahadev. Then never be afraid. There is a very nice, beautiful saying of the Mother, passage in Collected Works of Mother, Volume 3, Right Attitude. And she says that, if you have no fear inside, and if you learn to stay immobile, and there is an assassin in front of you who wants to kill you, and you have absolutely no fear, then even if he has his arm raised, it will drop. See, that is the story of Prahlad. Hari, 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 Hari. It may sound very strange, but it is so true. Over a period of time, one learns it. It will drop because Hari is in him also. See, Sri Aurobindo's Uttar Pada speech. Even in these misused bodies and darkened minds, I saw the Lord. So, this way, there are two or three advantages. One, when you practice fearlessness and equanimity. It is not an equanimity of the coward. By all means, cowardly person reaches nowhere in life. Coward is always trying to find the first escape door and hide there. No, don't be a coward. If danger is there, look into its face, straight. But it doesn't mean everything you have to fight. Now, look into the face. If you carry that flame inside, like animals are repelled, even the beings of a different order, they also get repelled. Because when you invoke her presence and you look straight danger into the face, it goes. But don't start engaging in all kinds of thorn-picking procedures. That's not a job given to you. That's a job. There are people to do that job. Our job is something far more sacred. And that is to work within, to root out the very roots of evil, which are ego, desire, lack of control. So, in a classroom situation, whenever teachers went and complained to the mother, children are very unruly. So she would say, look inside yourself. You are not in control of yourself. So these are opportunities to practice inner equanimity, fearlessness, all these things. And then walk the path with a smile, courage in the heart, faith, courage their armor, faith their shield, they must walk. And remembering her. And when you remember, don't with the fear, oh my God, what may happen, Ma, 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 save me. Okay, you can do that. But Ma, that power that is there in the name, Ma. What can stand in front of that? Ma. Ma. Even sometimes the very utterance of this word, have you heard? Singh ki dahad, the lion's roar. So be fearless. Walk, looking danger straight in the face. Stay immobile inside. Excellent opportunity to practice yoga. And rest, just ignore. That person is life, destiny. Otherwise, it will drag you into endless complications, which are waiting for that moment when you open the door by coming down to his level and start engaging into fist fight, worse still, verbal fights. Because then you are becoming one with him in your consciousness. Even those with whom we fight, this danger is there, and then you will be dragged. And it doesn't matter who wins or lose because both lose. So, in a fight, there is no winner. Both lose. So, this is about those who have to take the path of yoga. If you are in the police, if you are in the task, you have to do what you have to do. But even there, anger is the worst kind of response. Why? Because anger is the sign of a weak vital. When you have to take on the forces, take it with a strong vital. Anger, sentimentality, these are signs of a weak vital. It means vital cannot hold the force. So who gets angry? Something, a quick reaction. Very small vital. So become large. So weak vital, there is a quick response. Response is anger. So make the vital strong, make it vast, make it luminous by linking it to the mother, by serving her, and for the rest she will take care. Always she takes care. She is everywhere, in everyone. If this formula we remember, then stone walls do not a prison make. That famous poet has said. Namaste.